What is going on, my beautiful LARPers and LARPettes? Today, we're gonna go over the brand new spanking Beretta 92XI or 9211 Squalo. Now, that's a pretty odd name to have for a handgun, but I'll get into why they're calling it the Squalo in a moment. But before I get into all of that, what is my relationship with Beretta? Beretta does send me out firearms for review for free. No payment is involved whatsoever, just a review. And they did go ahead and send me this one here, which used to be a 9211 launch edition with the wooden grips, and it was all that whitish gray color. But I went ahead and sent this one into Blackbeard Customs, and he did his magic on it. And yeah, you can go ahead and check that video out, a couple videos down. But Beretta did go ahead and send me their brand new Squalo in for review, and I'm super excited to show you all the features or the differences between the original, not this one, but the original Beretta 9211 compared to the new Squalo here. And also a quick thank you to Vara Safety for sponsoring this video here. Vara Safety is a biometric safe, so it takes your thumbprint. It's exposed, but it's not really able to be accessed by anybody without your thumbprint. So I think it's a very useful tool to have in my arsenal, to have my guns readily accessible and for me to get them as quickly as possible. Yes, I'm a huge proponent on always carrying a gun on you or having a gun without some sort of safe around it, just there. Before I had kids, I would just keep a gun there on my nightstand or something like that. But now with kids, unfortunately, I cannot just leave guns lying around, so I have to have a very safe way to have my firearms readily accessible for me and for my children not to be able to get them. So thank you, Vara Safety, for sponsoring this YouTube video. Now, back to the review here. Let's start with the barrel. This is a 4.7-inch 9mm barrel. This barrel is a little bit different than this one here, is because I got this one swapped out for a original Beretta barrel to make the length a little bit longer, so that way it doesn't look too funky with that light protruding a little bit farther out. But the 92XIs, 9211s originally come with the more flush fitting barrel. It's not completely flush to the slide there, but it is shorter than the original barrels on other Berettas. These sights are exactly the same on the other 9211s. You got a fiber optic front and a blacked out rear, and you still have the same optic mounting capabilities as you do on the 9211s. This one I have their optic plate with a Hollow Sun 507 with ACSS reticle in there. The top slide is identical to the original 9211s. They have their vertical front serrations there, vertical rear serrations. Really nothing too different between the two 9211s that you're seeing here in front of me. Moving on down, you get the same exact 1913 accessory rail, same exact trigger guard shape, and moving on to the trigger. The trigger is exactly the same in terms of the design of it, but the internals are DLC coated, which makes for a little bit smoother pull and reset on the Squalo here, or Squalo. I don't want to mix up that name, but extremely, extremely nice single action reset and pull right there. That was 147. 6 shots, 13 splits, my fastest. Moving on back, you get the same lightweight skeletonized hammer as you do on the other 9211s. Now onto the controls, the same exact safety selector, the same exact slide release, and the difference that you're going to see here is the takedown lever. The takedown lever on the original 9211 is just your standard Beretta 92 series takedown lever, but on the Squalo, they went ahead and made their like little gas pedal. I don't know if I can call it gas pedal because I think it has a patent on it, but the little shelf here that you can rest your thumb on, but they did add that on there, which I think is very, very cool. Now this gun is centered more around competition. So they wanted to take the original 9211 and make it competition ready. And that's one of the features there that a lot of competition shooters have, is this little gas pedal on the left side. That's going to help you mitigate that recoil and help you drive your support hand into that gun more. Now moving on down, you have a extended mag release, but not just any extended mag release. You have a mag release that is adjustable, so you can move this straight or you can move it down depending on your hand size or depending on what you like. You have different positions on moving that mag release. You get the same exact front checkering here on the frame, and you also get the same exact rear checkering here that you do get on all of your other 9211s. Now I'm going to go ahead and skip the grips for a second and go straight to the Magwell. The Magwell is a Tony Systems flared Magwell, along with the Tony Systems extended base plates here. And I'll get into the base plates in a second and the capacity, but this Magwell is extremely nice. I like this a lot more than the one that I have on here. I forget what company makes this this Magwell here, but that being said, I do like this one a lot more. I just like the shape a little bit more. The profile gives me more of that competition feel, and it is very easy for me to get extremely fast reloads on that gun there. That was a 167. That was a 147. Now the Tony Systems base plate is a +4, so you have 18 in the mag already, +4, that's 22. So that also comes with 3 magazines with that Tony Systems base plate. So really nice. Again, they're catering towards the competition market. So in competition, minimum of 3 mags. I usually take about 5 with me, but 3 mags is the minimum you want to go into maybe your first competition or something like that. Now back to the grips as promised. Let me go over why they're calling this the Squalo. So the Squalo, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, or if I say it with my Hispanic accent, the Squalo. Squalo? Squalo. So the Squalo means shark in Italian. So the main premise of this grip here is to give you that sharkness feeling, I guess. So they're going with the scales of a shark in order to have the same vibe that you have going on with the grip here. And they're also giving you some of the same colors that are on a shark. I don't know which shark, because all Squalo means is shark. It doesn't mean a specific shark, but the grips there give you that shark vibe, as well as the color that they're going with here. The grayish, dark grayish color here reminds you of a shark, right? Sometimes I change the grips out though, and if I change these out to this grip here, is it still called the Squalo? Who knows? But anyways, I think they are hitting the right market by going with a competition-centered 9211. The 9211 has become one of my favorite handguns out of all the handguns I own. I own 2011s. I own a bunch of raced out polymer guns, and the 9211 is climbing up in the ranks. I would say it's like in my top 3 favorite handguns to shoot. And the reason why is because of all the upgrades and stuff that I already got through Blackbeard Customs. But for one, this one shoots extremely flat. The trigger is very nice and crisp. It's just, it's a super accurate gun. And I just absolutely love the 92XI all upgraded like this. And that being said, I don't dislike the 92XI from the factory. The only thing I probably only do to this guy is to put some ports on there. But unfortunately, if I were to put ports on there like this one here, it will put me in an open division if I were to ever compete with it. So if it was a gun that I was gonna compete with, I believe this would be in the limited optics division, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, or if there's any other divisions out there that are now allowing this type of single action handgun here. But the limited optics, I would probably go with this guy here. And to talk about the reliability, I did shoot around 800-ish rounds and did not have one single issue with this one here. And I also believe the MSRP on this one is going to be around 1,300 bucks or so, maybe a little bit less for street price, but 1,300 bucks seems a little high. But if you're kind of gauging you getting a couple extra mags with these base plates, with the Magwell, with that mag release, with that little lever there, and the grips, if you really wanted the grips, does it equal out to it compared to, I believe, the $900 or so price tag or $1,000 price tag on the original 9211? That is up to you to decide if that's all worth it for you. But as of now, I think this is a very, very, very solid competition gun, or for any other purpose gun. I mean, that Magwell and these mags is just super crisp when I'm doing my reloads, and I can get on that trigger extremely fast. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I appreciate you all. Love you all. Catch you in the next one.